Hey guys, it's Wildman in the Cosmos here with Untamed Fishing, and I'm out here fly fishing today. I was out this morning and it was 16 degrees and I fished for quite a few hours till I was numb pretty much. Didn't get a single bite. I was trying to use a spin cast rod, a noodle rod, which is just a system I am not used to using at all. But today I decided to come back out here this afternoon with my fly rod, being that's what I'm used to, that's what I learned on, that's what I love doing. See if we can get set up. But I thought I'd show you how I set my system up here today. So this is my Moonshine Drifter 2. It is a 7'10" weight, 10'7" weight. This rod weighs 3.85 ounces. It's one of the lightest rods on the market. The only lighter rod that's a production rod would be the Orvis Helios, which is 3.8 ounces. For example, like my Redington Path, which is a great rod as well, weighs 5 ounces, so it's a lot more arm fatigue. I have a nice, expensive fly line here, a really good one. It's the Anadros Indicator by Scientific Angler. And then I cut off the loop and I nail knot about a 3-foot piece of red Amnesia 30-pound right onto that there, and I take some super glue and I coat that good. We go down then to a 15-pound line, a 12-pound line, down to a micro swivel. And I have a knot that I use for those there, and I can share that in a video if you're interested sometime. I'm tying a leader to a leader. Say I want to extend my leader length, or I have two different materials I'm trying to work with. I'll just take and I'll tie them together with just a simple overhand knot, just like that. Now flip this. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull the tag ends through that center hole you made. Now it's really important you keep a little tension on it as you're tightening those down, or they want to twist up and get tangled. But at this point you can just tighten that down now. And it creates this beautiful little knot like that, that is very strong. And yeah, it won't fail. That's how I tie all my leaders together. And it's very low profile, slides to the eyelets, very easy. And there I'll typically leave like, you know, just a little bit of a tag on there. There we go. Thank you. Then on the micro swivel, off of that, we have a leader here, a Tippet, and it's cold today. You know, the weather just changed. So I'm going to put on a 1X Tippet. You can go smaller, but the clarity today, the visibility is about perfect for fly fishing, so we're going to go with a 1X Tippet off of that. So I just use a clinch knot, improved clinch knot, to tie that one on. So this is one of the basic knots that I'm using to attach my micro swivel and my first fly. Well, both flies actually. You take I'm doing it here with a high visibility line to show it to you, but you take your line, it goes through the eye of the hook there. And now you just twist it. You know, you want to have 5, 6, 7, 8 twists in there. Just like that. This works really well with monofilament or fluorocarbon. Now this will go back through that loop that you've made from the twisting there before the eye of the hook. And then now you've created another hole there. That tag end goes back through there. Now this is a pretty common knot. Probably most of you know in here. I just thought I'd show you for those that don't. Moisten it and then tighten it down. That moistening is super important to keep it from heating up and getting friction. Now again, like I said, I'm running a double indicator rig. So for that next one, we'll set that down for now. And I'll put about 18 inches of leader on there. snip off the excess. And because it got colder here today, I'm gonna try dropping to a nymph on my first spot here. I got a black stonefly here I'm gonna throw on there. We were trying egg patterns earlier in the day. Saw guys up the river trying to fish egg patterns without a whole lot of success. Beads, whatever. So we're gonna try a nymph here. See if this cold water has changed what they're wanting. So this is a black stonefly. This is typically a winter pattern, which this is winter today. It's our first day of snow here. And then off the bell of this hook, I will tie my second. I didn't do that quite right. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I take and grab this to keep it from spinning. Grab the tail end. Goes through the loop that we made. Now that it's through that loop, we have that secondary hole there that we've just created. Pull that loop through that hole we made and tighten it down. Now we can just take this big loop here, hook it right over that bell. Again, moisten it, and then we just, sometimes you have to slide this when you get it started sliding with your fingernail a little bit there, but then you should just be able to pull it tight and it'll just snug right down on there. And it creates this nice inline knot that, you know, tracks very straight in the water. So, thanks for watching. Now we're ready for our next. And I think I'm just gonna go with my standard starting zonker that I normally use, which is a, well, I got too much stuff in my bag. You know what, I'm gonna use one here. It's called a crystal meth with a green body, white fur, green body. And again, a clinch knot on that one there. So spin it 6, 7 times. Go through that loop you made, that first loop by the hook, back through again. It's basically the exact same knot I used from tying that first pattern on. Works really well. Now I run a double indicator, a double rig like this a lot. Check with your local state regulations, make sure you can do that. Now there's guys that get really, you know, they're real purists about the sport, and they don't like running a double. And if that's your prerogative, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Now I often say, if you can see the fish, you know, I've heard that said, if you can see the fish, run a single. If you can't run a double, you can run a double. I've fished in those scenarios, and I found that no matter how you fish, you end up having a few foul hooks now and again. And even fishing in super shallow water where the fish are present and I can see them, I've never had a problem foul hooking too many fish. You know, I may have 1 out of 30 fish gets a foul hook on it, if it's that many. So there we go. Split shot above the indicator. That's 1 BB split shot on there. And then we'll throw a strike indicator. We can put that about another, you know, 30 inches above that split shot. So you'll move that indicator depending on your water depth and your current speed. But there you go, that's your setup. That's an Oros indicator there, super easy to adjust if you need to. So there we are. Indicator, split shot, micro swivel, stonefly, and a crystal meth. So there we go. Let's see if we can catch some fish. I've been fishing all day. So far I've got skunk. See if we can change that. Thanks for watching.